This part of the PowerPoint is about color systems used with digital equipment. They are used to configure color according to the color output of a device. Most design programs will allow designers to determine the color system which is most effective for a project's final product. No color system can replicate the full spectrum of color the human eye can detect. The full range of color a color system can display is called a gamut. So here it breaks it down to spectrum of visible color, color fill, CMYK, here's the digital printer, and the RGB. They're split into two types. A subtractive color, it begins with white when there are no colors and ends with black when all the colors are mixed, like here. More color means a darker result. Pigment color sources are subtractive. So it actually goes darker when you subtract. Additive color begins with black in the absence of color and ends with white when all colors are mixed, such as here. More color means a lighter result. Light color sources are additive. The color systems include CMYK, Pantone, RGB, and HSB. The CMYK is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. It is also called four-color or process color. It is the color system used in digital printing and professional printing. All are mixed to create a full range of colors. Colors are adjusted by changing the percentage of each of the four colors. Colors are created by printing very small dots on top of each other, so the human eye blends the colors together. It is not recommended for designing on the screen because CMYK is configured to the color gamut achievable on print materials, which is significantly smaller than the color gamut achievable on digital screens. It is a subtractive color system, which means when all the colors are combined, it goes to black. Most digital printers now have the ability to print even from RGB color spaces. However, the printed colors will be converted from the RGB information in the design program to a close CYMK approximation. To ensure the best quality color, designers are always recommended to use the appropriate color system for a more predictable result. A Pantone matching system, or PMS, is a proprietary color system created by the commercial printing company Pantone. It contains a collection of color swatches which relate to specific inks, sometimes called spot color. Should not be used for printing in full color. Color plates would need to be made for each individual color. So that means they overlay one another. You would do a plate with just the one color, then overlay another, and then another. Pantone matching systems is best used for designs which require a specific color match. For example, in logos or brands which require a specific color match. PMS allows designers and printers to ensure certain colors are consistent throughout materials. Can be used in addition to the typical CMYK print plates. 1 or 2 color print jobs, cheaper than 4 color printing because it can use just a couple. RGB is red, green, and blue, and they are mixed to achieve a full range of colors. They are adjusted by using a value between 0 and 255, which refers to the light emission, which will be displayed in each of the colors. It is best used for digital displays because it is formatted for additive color. It is not recommended for printing purposes, so RGB is not utilized for print media, but for digital displays instead. Hue, saturation, brightness is a color system based on the color wheel. Hue is adjusted using a degree to refer to a location on the color wheel. Saturation is adjusted using a percentage of 0%, which is no saturation, to 100%, which is full saturation. Brightness refers to the value of the color, which is a percentage. At 50%, the hue does not have any white or black. Above 50% increases amount of white, and below 50% increases the amount of black in the color. It is commonly used for digital art materials because color adjustments are more intuitive than with other systems. The end.